Yeah, glitch the guarantee. E&E. Put your boy shit. Glitch, nigga. Shit, I'm about to flood the streets like when the levees break. Criminal minds, my Garcia can navigate. Flowing while I'm blowing this gas. Nigga, no brakes. Niggas not seeing me ever. I mean, no dates. Fuck around and end up gone. You get in this place. E&E, the shit that I claim. You dealing with grace. Took over the game by storm like Rain's mixtape. Thankfully, I've been up in smoke like my mixtape. Counting cheddar shit, I'm about to make a grilled cheese. Niggas be faker than bad bitches with good weeds. On my John Wick shit like Keanu Reeves. Replacements won't be enough, you need the whole team. I've been a G since I could finish my ABCs. Kept it a buck so real niggas look up to me. This butcher boy shit get crazy when it's sick of me. I'm coughing out these dope bars till they sick of me.
Can't get rid of me, still can't find a remedy. Still blowing palmers, info cups of Hennessy. E&E, we own our shit independently. When I go out on a limb, I take extremities. I can see right through on transparency. Heard they self-esteem low, insecurities. Now or never, like glitch the guarantee. What's the recipe? King L's Reflection 3. All these chapters in my life, you can turn a page. Books can't tell you my story, gotta live a day. Glitch got my back, yeah, you can copy that. Man, we control the seat, you can copy that. Leave your whole state red like Republicans. Putting fire on the track, now it's bubbling. Butcher boys, E&E, you in trouble, kid. At first 100 mil, you can double it.
Let's go, let's go. All the hustles getting money, let it show. Let it show. Automatic nigga, how we get the dough. Get the dough. If it ain't paper, then we probably gotta go. Gotta go. Butcher boy shit, nigga, let's go. Let's go. All the hustles getting money, let it show. Let it show. It's automatic nigga, how we get the dough. Get the dough. If it ain't paper, then we probably gotta go. Gotta go. Butcher boy shit, nigga, let's go.
Blow sick, corona, jealous in the motherfucker. Can't even take a step, that's how far I trust you. This black boy turned to shining king under pressure. West side fat jacks, I took more to measure. Shave the extras, that's business, starter fees. Street blues, what I talk, royal blood flowing free. Power on my mind, knows the gang is kind. Read between the lines, it was in my eye. If they ain't got real lines, it ain't hard to spot a counterfeit. Undefeated, ultra real, Fern Gully Mountain shit. Couple hot shots, turn on the frozen margaritas. Even better when it's served with some flawless features. Next year they gotta pay for these flawless features. Flawless victories from the flaws that they teach us. Now my flow imitate how I board the plane nonstop. The little J gon' take over with my time side.
Yeah, I get right to it. My nigga, we beg your pardon. We putting niggas back in boxes. Yeah, they be harder. My flow be retarded. Sick, I need hella help. My groove came back. This must be how Stella felt. We just started kicking it like a yellow belt. We all made it to the pros. This is how LaMelo felt. You better yell out help. Here come the double team. You catch me in the spot, then you know that the boy is clean. The Louis V look mean with the magazine. So if you try it, you get shot. No vaccine. If you asleep before I came, then I'm the caffeine. I pull the jokers out the deck. Getter ain't no laughing. In CEO fashion, we sticking to the business. Wouldn't even let a vegan knock me off my chicken. Something about the BBS when the sun is hitting. Should be flashing like the lights when you getting
Let's
tickets.
go, let's go. All the hustles getting money, let it show. Let it show. It's automatic, nigga, how we get the dough. Get the dough. If it ain't paper, then we probably gotta go. Gotta go. Put your boy shit, nigga, let's go. Let's go. All the hustles getting money, let it show. Let it show. It's automatic, nigga, how we get the dough. Get the dough. If it ain't paper, then we probably gotta go. Gotta go. Put your boy shit, nigga, let's go.
Yeah. What up? Y'all already know what it is, man. Waiting for this conversation right here.
Grammarly is a must-have for all students. For example, when I'm writing emails to professors or any other writing tasks such as essays and discussion posts, I always run my writing through Grammarly. For example, they help you brainstorm initial topics.
Let's go. Shout out to Taylor Hayes, man.
Glitch the guarantee.
Taylor Hayes, man.
E&E.
That's why I call it Strong Black Woman.
2020 got me seeing so clear.
Smash that like button, man.
Put your boy shit. North and Glitch. We cool niggas. This is the
Boogie Major.
We on the rise now, middle fingers in the sky now. Rolling haze, so we high now. How we ride now? All coops with the top down. And we listen in the top down. Trees got a whole pound. Real G's when we come round. Niggas know how it's going down. Yeah, we on the up, bitch. Real shit you should fuck with. E&E, throw it up shit.
And we stay ballin', like we sponsored by Sporting. Ball looking for the fall in, soldiers all fall in. And we go all in, while we listening to all in, while you all talking. We smoking and coughing, till we land in the coffin, glitching, nauseous. Yeah, stepping out office, yeah, it is that bullshit. Killing in vain is vanity. Yeah. Do it again, it's insanity. Yeah. Nauseous a real vigilante. Yeah. Killing these kids is plan B. Yeah. Hood is too hot with an antifreeze. Yeah. Blowing on leaves in these planted trees. Okay. Don't break the code, this family. Okay. We cutting off legs like amputees. My flow was classic, antique. Yeah. Freaking the beat is it Japanese. Yeah. Ever our cook is a masterpiece. Yeah. When money talkers, we Guapanese. Okay. Fire and flame mixed with gasoline. Sick. Passing my sons, that's a legacy. Sick. Study the gang, now they testing me. Yeah. They dropped the ball, man, that's incomplete. Beat them so bad, make them retreat. Yeah. All of these gems you can retweet. Yeah. Play with your boys on repeat. You pay the price with your receipt. Yeah. Below $1 million, flipping it. Everyday noise get sickening. Trying to flip bills to trillions. Turning these good girls to villains. Lyrics is sick. Butcher shit. E&E clip what we represent. Put it on wax like a candlestick. We move in units and measurements. Cooking it up in the lab. We just performing experiments. Since I'm the bomb atomic, bang. These rappers out of my element.
We on the rise now, middle fingers in the sky now. Rolling haze, so we high now. How we ride now? All coops with the top down. And we listen in the top down. Trees got a whole pound. Real G's when we come round. Niggas know how it's going down. Yeah, we on the up, bitch. Real shit you should fuck with. E&E, throw it up shit.
And we stay ballin', like we sponsored by Sporting. Ball looking for the fall in, soldiers all fall in. And we go all in, while we listening to all in, while you all talking. We smoking and coughing, till we land in the coffin, glitching, nauseous. Yeah, stepping out office. Yeah, it is that bullshit.
Glitch, nigga, perfected my flow. If I'm on the track, then you know it's a go. The guarantee, nigga, and I guarantee treat the gas like the Clippers. You know I'm a choke. Only exotic when blowing the smoke. No one ahead of me. I got the recipe. Do this shit easily. This is my destiny. Sick throwing lobs. I'm dunking on everything. Niggas is sick and I got the remedy. What I prescribe is extra artillery. Get in my zone and start going berserk. I'm feeling like Clay when he went off for 60. With the bullshit, swear to God you can miss me. Best friends with the money. Aaliyah and Missy. I come from the bottom. To try me is risky. Throwing this K like that bitch is a frisbee. Real talk. Let me lock in. Show these niggas what I do. Axe Rain. I'll be standing next to players too. Front line shit, nigga, I'm the fucking truth. Top 6 ever of the 5 in my group. Niggas still bang top down in the coop. Put your boy up and we coming for the loot. E&E shit, we the best, yeah, it's true. This the guarantee, nigga, this is what I do.
Yeah. What up? Y'all already know what it is, man. Smash the like button, hit the bell, subscribe to the page, you know. Yeah. What up? It's your brethren, your brother, man. Virgil Berry, a.k.a. Stacks with the Facts. Monday night, we here. What's happening? How everybody doing? All right? I hope you're doing good, man. I hope you're doing well. It's beautiful, man. It's truly beautiful, man. We all woke up earlier today. We've been awake ever since. You know what I'm saying? The Most High blessed us to breathe the breath of life once more again. And it's a beautiful thing. All right? Truly beautiful. Absolutely, truly beautiful. Good Lord. Right? It's a beautiful thing, man. And tonight we're going to have this conversation. You dig? We're going to have this conversation, right? Shouts out to Kayla Hayes, man, the mother of our young brother, Carmelo Anthony, right? Shout out. Now that's what I call a strong black woman, right? Kayla Hayes personifies what it is to be a strong black woman, right? And you can tell throughout that whole thing, which we're about to get to, you could tell it was very taxing on her. You know, I could tell that she really didn't want to do that, but she knows that she had to. I mean, come on, y'all. They stayed pretty much private up until that press conference. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, and I think that's good. Matter of fact, I think that's great case strategy. You know, now to all the other black mothers out there, right? Because I know it's a lot of y'all out there. There's a lot of y'all out there saying that our young brother Carmelo should go to jail. He brought her. Why he bring a knife to school? This, and that. Why didn't he fight him? Why this and why that? And I mean, if that's your sentiment, that's your sentiment, but that's totally off code, right? And I think if you've seen this press conference, if you listen to Carmelo's mother, and as a black mother, regardless of how you thought you felt before you seen her in the press conference, if you've seen it, if you haven't seen it, tap in, walk with us. We definitely going to show it in its entirety today or tonight. You know what I'm saying? But as a father to a black kid, you know, I felt what she was saying. That resonated with me. You know, down there brought me to tears listening to her talk. That wasn't scripted. That was straight off the top, straight from the heart of a mother, right? Now, and I say that to say this, man. I've been looking at the comment sections. I've been getting emails, and I've been all type of crazy stuff, and I've been watching, and I've been looking, man. And I gotta say this, man. This is pretty sad, I think, but I mean, if this is how you feel, that's how you feel. You're entitled to that. I'm not one of the guys that's gonna shame you for how you feel. I'll just critique and challenge you on what you feel with logic and reason, but I ain't gonna like crown you. Yeah, that's how you feel, that's how you feel. You know what I'm saying? But it's a lot of our brethren and sisters, a lot of our FBA brethren and sisters who have condemned our young brother Carmelo, who have criminalized him, who have vilified him without knowing all the evidence. This is why I'm not speaking on this case from or this situation from an aspect of speaking on what should be done or what has to be done or legally, because up until this point, we really don't even know what really went on. We can surmise and, you know, guess what happened, but we really don't know, right? Which is why I'm speaking on it and in the from the perspective that I have been, which is I don't know what happened. I can sit and talk about what I think happened, what more than likely probably did happen based off of my experience, my assessment of the situation. But regardless of any of that, my main thing when it comes to this situation with my young brother Carmelo is I'm standing 10 toes down with him regardless. Right? That's why I put in the title of the show on code. And Wednesday, we're going to show y'all how the white folks stay on code with each other. Now, I'm not, you know, if y'all know me, y'all know one thing I don't do is I don't, you know, everything ain't about race with me. So when they are, they are. But everything isn't. Right? But this situation right here with our young brother Carmelo, Anthony absolutely is, especially when it pertains to another aspect of this case that's not really involved in this case, but it's a case very similar, not too far away in another town called Benton, Texas. Benton, Texas. And we're going to get to that on Wednesday. right? Crazy. The hypocrisy of the lamestream media and the so-called white talking heads that they have navigating and controlling it seemingly, right? I want to say salute to Kayla Hayes, man, right? She's a beautiful lady, mother of what look like 4 or 5 children, married to her husband. Why she doesn't have the last name Anthony, I don't know. You know, but she seems like she's a pretty good chick, man. You know, she's you know, and I didn't feel the need to go digging in her or her husband Carmelo's father's background. Anything that we need to know or should know is going to come out, maybe, right? I really don't think it's important, to be honest with you, for real. Right? Their character is not on trial here. Their son is. Right? And although he's a reflection of their character to an extent, more than likely, let's just speak in hypothetical terms, if our young brother Carmelo get charged in any way, he will be charged as an adult. You know, don't get that twisted. And I also want y'all to get yourselves mentally prepared for a possibility that our young brother might have to go sit it down. Right? He might have to go sit it down. So, you know, we gotta keep that aspect, you know what I'm saying, and you know what I mean, we can't lose sight of that. Right? Although in a perfect world, our young brother will get completely exonerated from this, but we don't live in a perfect world. So hopefully, you know what I'm saying, everything work out in our young brother's favor. But shout out to his mom, Kayla Hayes. I don't know how many of y'all have seen the press conference where she basically gave her spiel, her speech, basically spoke on the behalf of her son and her family. We ain't hearing nothing too much from his pops, right? But you know, in certain situations, it might be better for wifey to speak than for you to speak, right? And you got to be able to be the man to recognize and realize when those situations are. And I want to say shout out to Carmelo Anthony Pops for allowing his wife to speak on the behalf of the family at a point in time when it was necessary for her to be the one speaking. Right? Beautiful, man. And very, very resonating. You know, I'm pretty sure wifey was chose so she could reach the emotional heartstrings of you Black mothers out there. And I hope she did. I really hope she did. Because she represents y'all. Kayla Hayes is you. To some extent. Kayla Hayes is the mother of a Black boy in America. Right? Lots of y'all Black women can relate with her. Whether you're a single mother, whether you married, co-parenting, whatever the situation may be, you a mother nonetheless of a son, of a Black son, a Black boy who's going to one day become a Black man like me. Well, you know, not like me, but, you know, like a man. And if whatever you felt or thought about this situation prior to seeing this, if you haven't seen it already, I hope Kayla did change your perspective on this situation. I heard that you heard her whimpering, trying to fight back tears as she's trying to be strong and deliver this message because she knows the importance of it. She knows that she represents Black mothers in America with Black boys. She knows there's been a litany, you understand me, of Black boys who have been butchered by the police, butchered by each other, butchered by other, accused of doing something, being painted a picture of. Kayla represents a lot of y'all, most of y'all, damn near all of y'all, especially if y'all got a Black son. And I hope when y'all hear Kayla speak, I hope it resonates with you. I hope it encourages you to look at this situation different if you ain't already 100% agreement with supporting our young brother Carmelo. And I want to add before we get to this, man, mind y'all, white folks, Asian folks, even African folks who's allegedly supposed to be our brothers, right? European, man, ain't nobody about to sit up here and team up with us to go against theirs, even if theirs is dead wrong. It ain't gonna happen. And it's not me being on no separatist stuff or this ain't me being on no you know what I'm saying? No, I'm just being real, man. I'm being real, I'm being honest with y'all, man. You know? It's time that we understand what it means to be separate but equal, right? Other groups of people don't go against their own on our behalf. Now, I'm not saying that it hasn't never happened, because that just would be lying to y'all. What I'm saying is, for the most part, they ain't gonna do it. And it just amazes me, and it lets me know how much the Stockholm syndrome, how much the indoctrination, how much of the crab barrel mentality is ingrained in the freaking fibers of the psyches of the collective Black American population. Foundational Black American population. Be specific. All right? It's quite sad, might I add, and if I add more, it's very disheartening. Right? And I tell y'all about this stuff all the time. HR 1955, violent radicalization, ideologically based violence. Right? And our young brother Carmelo, who has no criminal record, no violence, history of violence, no mental health issues, comes from a great family, is a great kid at school, honor roll, plays sports, has a job, helps out with his brothers and sisters. No complaints from anybody in his community about his behavior or conduct in school or outside of school. And here it is, lamestream American media wants to try to paint our young brother to be a murderous criminal thug. And he's none of the sort. And he's so far from that this is why the media is not really focusing on who his family is. Carmelo don't come from a single parent home. Carmelo's not a thug. He's not a hood nigga. He's not a YN. He's a young Black man who's being raised by his mother and father with his other 4 brothers and sisters. He's the oldest. You know, good kid. And they're trying to make us believe and think that our young brother just was running around with the hawk, just trying to, you know, talking about hawk something down. And I think this is going to be one of those clips, one of those interviews that we see 10, 20 years from now down the line, right? When we think about the things that have changed in the progression, if any, who will be made by then, situations like this. You know, if it has anything to do with me, I'm gonna make sure Kayla Hayes go down in history as an FBA mother who stood and defended her son and stood, protected her son to her ability, and stood on his side when the whole world was against him, and he ain't even do nothing wrong. Imagine you knowing your son, you raising your son. You know this little dude ain't no thug. He ain't raising him like that. He don't grow up. He don't live in the hood. He ain't around the he ain't around YNs. He ain't carrying switches. You feel what I'm saying? He probably listens to some of the same music because he got the internet and access to it. But is that his daily life and experience? No. Absolutely not. One of the reasons why his parents moved him out there to, goddamn it, where they stay at. So no matter how much they try to paint our young brother to be a thug, a criminal, a murderer, we cannot allow that. And I stand 100% 10 toes down with Kayla Hayes and defending my young brother's honor and his image. Just imagine if that was your son that was talking about like this in the media, and you know your son is nothing like that. It'd be different if your son was a little real live ruffian hooligan. You hear me? Thug, street criminal in the making ass little dude. That's different. But Carmelo ain't that. And we cannot allow them to continue to paint that picture of him. That we got to continue to paint our young brother as the young, on his way to become a successful black man, black man that he is. Family oriented, come from a good family, no criminal record, no mental health issues, athlete, has a job, good kid, good son, right? All good rapport from people in the community. We got to keep talking about that. We can't allow the narrative to become that our little young brother's a murderer, criminal. Nah, man. And anytime somebody say that, check that shit. Nah. Y'all got a little Melo messed up. He ain't none of that. He ain't no murderer. He ain't no killer. He ain't no gangster. He ain't no thug. He ain't none of that. Complete opposite. He actually is a young man who's on a good path up until this event. I hear him talking about resting the asses to young Austin. I hear that people saying that Austin had a bright future. My brother Carmelo got a bright future ahead of him. His future ain't no less or more brighter than what Austin's would have been. Right? So I just say all that though, man. We gotta be on code. We gotta stay on code, man. We can't be being on this old off code ass, going against each other, siding up with other motherfuckers against each other. That shit lame, man. Right? Yeah, we know he stabbed him, Dalton. We know what happened. He said he did it. Yeah. Stabbed Austin in self-defense. Right? Just like y'all's homeboy, Kason Allison, who we're going to talk about on Wednesday, just like he stabbed Joe Ramirez multiple times to death on school property. But I don't hear none of y'all talking about that. I don't hear the media talking about that at all. Right? Right? Because if my young brother Carmelo, if that wasn't self-defense, then surely what Kason did ain't no damn self-defense. Surely. And we're going to talk about that on Wednesday. The hypocrisy is dangerously astounding. Dangerously. Right? Shout out to my young brother Carmelo Anthony, man. You know, the money just the amount, it just keeps raising. Let's get our young brother all the money he needs to get the best defense he can get, to get the best outcome of this situation. Because like I said, y'all, we black now, right? Don't never get it twisted. There's a strong possibility that our young brother Carmelo might have to go lay it down. Black culture ain't no more screwed up than white culture or Latin culture. I would dare say that white culture is the worst, with a hell of a history to back it all up. Right? Shout out to Kayla Hayes, man. Right? Kayla Hayes, this was beautiful. This was a beautiful press conference. Right? You know? Shout out to this mother, man. Just imagine. Right? Just imagine it, man. Right? Shout out to this brother, what the news said. Go subscribe to my brother. Right? Let's get his views up. Let's get his subscribers up, man. You feel me? Man, feel me? Sit here, subscribe to my brother page myself. Man, y'all go subscribe to this brother. I'm about to pull it up on the pull it up for y'all right now. Get this brother subs up, man. Get his likes up, man. Help this young brother, help this brother out. What the news said. Go subscribe to his page right now, man. Go subscribe to that brother. We're gonna use some of your content, bro. George Floyd, too, man. It's a lot of stuff around that whole George Floyd case that we are not going to talk about, because that is not the topic of discussion tonight. Another topic for another day. This is what I suggest that y'all do before y'all come up in actual content creators comment section doing what Dalton is doing right now, which is okay. And Dalton, I want you to do what you're doing. I suggest before you come up in here trying to challenge us, our intellect, whatever it is you think you might be doing, I suggest you watch a couple videos first. I suggest you get a feel of who you are about to engage with when they actually do go live, right? And I tell y'all that for a lot of reasons, right? One of them being is just respect. That way you get more familiar with my, have a rapport with me as far as, you know, the type of stuff I'll be talking about over here. And you also see that over here at A-Real Talk, we're very well well-versed, studied, and learned in various things, damn near everything, right? And we talk about a lot of stuff over here. And I done talked about, I said all that to say, if you tap in with me, you know, I done already sit up here and said, broke down the whole George Floyd thing, right? But that's another topic for another day, right? What about George Floyd? Rest in essence to him. Dope fiend ass dude who got caught up in some bullshit and ended up dying. pretty open and shut to me, right? Right? I just said all that to say that before y'all come up in here or anybody else, you know what I'm saying? Trying to challenge the wits, ask questions like that. I suggest y'all go watch some videos first, right? Go watch a couple videos first. And so when you come up on the live, you have a better understanding. You have a more familiarity with who you're dealing with, right? That's all. That's respect. That's what I do. But then again, I don't listen to a lot of you niggas on YouTube because a lot of y'all don't know what the hell y'all talking about. Right? Shout out to our sister, Kayla Hayes. Shout out to our brother, Carmelo Anthony, her son. Shout out to our brother, What the News Said. Up and coming content creator. Go subscribe to that brother for coming with this content, man. We're going to use our brother's content, man. Listen to our sister speak, man. She represents a lot of y'all. Black women, black mothers. She represents a lot of y'all. Most of y'all. All right. I'm going to cut my camera off, man, so y'all can concentrate on what the sister is saying, man. Shout out to Kayla Hayes. This was powerful, man.
I'm the mother of Carmelo Anthony. 3 years ago, my family moved to North Texas, searching for a better life. Like so many other families, we wanted to give our children the future we did not have. My husband works hard every single day to provide for us, to make sure we're in the best financial position possible. As a stay-at-home mom, I made it my life's mission to ensure our children are loved, nurtured, and supported every step of the way. In wake of this tragic incident, our family has been under attack. Whatever you think what happened between Carmelo and the Metcalf boys, my 3 younger children, my husband, and I didn't do anything to deserve to be threatened, harassed, and lied about. The lies and false accusations that have been said about us, especially over the past week, has been overwhelming. The lies and their amplification put my family in danger, as well as everyone in our community, everyone involved in the investigation, from the police, the attorneys, and the court staff. Our address and my husband's previous employer's address has been put on all social media platforms. My husband had to take a leave of absence because he's afraid what may happen to our family. His mental health is deteriorating day by day. We have endured death threats. My 13-year-old daughter is afraid to sleep in her own bedroom because she's fearful.
Well, I got to stop it right there, man. This is where, anybody who listens in can tap in, right? See, Dalton, and this is what we're not going to do, right? You know what I'm saying? It's the difference between speaking your mind and speaking your opinion and just being disrespectful, right? Now, I don't mind people speaking their mind. I don't mind people sharing their thoughts. But one thing we ain't ever going to do over here on my platform is be disrespectful. We ain't going to say disrespectful shit like what you saying in my comment section right now. Now, I'm going to give you an opportunity to change your language up as far as the tone of it in this disrespectful way. I'm going to give you an opportunity to do that. And if you persist to do it, I will block that ass. Because one thing for sure, two things for certain, out of all the fuck shit I said from white folks pertaining to my little brother Carmelo, I ain't said nothing disrespectful and ain't going to say nothing disrespectful to nobody, specifically online. Right? So, you know, you can stay in the comment section and not say nothing, but if you're going to say stuff like that, your ass will get blocked. Right? Yeah. You know, flat out. One thing for sure, two things for certain, I wouldn't go on no white person's platform saying that Austin and Hunter's mom is a single ratchet ass white woman mother who looked like she on drugs and like she smoked straight dope and sucked dick for crack. I wouldn't do that. Right? See, my brother Carmelo comes from a home with his mother and father in the same home. Austin and Hunter don't. See, their father, unlike my brother Carmelo's father, who is very much involved in his life, is literally dozens and dozens of pictures of him with his son at his football games. On the other hand, we got Jeff Metcalf, who got out of prison not too long ago for SA. And it's funny how none of y'all white folks are talking about that. Maybe that's why Hunter and Austin's mother divorced him. But see, my brother Carmelo Anthony, his mom and dad are still together to this day, married, beautiful, family of 4 or 5 children, beautiful. And as far as welfare go, not living in Frisco, I'm not saying there's people in Frisco that's not on welfare. I don't know that. I don't doubt that, but I don't think this is our brother Carmelo's family situation, right? I ain't saying they super balling out of control, but I don't think that they're on any type of public assistance or anything like that, right? But you never know. And even if she was, so what? That doesn't negate anything she's saying. Now, black women out there, I want y'all to listen to this, man. Kayla represents y'all. And to what you saying, Dalton, there's way more white folks on public assistance than there are black folks. That's a fact. As a matter of fact, welfare was designed specifically for white folks, not us. Right? You know, it's way more white folks on welfare, public assistance than it is black folks. I mean, the numbers are they pale in comparison. You know? And I'm not saying that as a tit for tat. It's just a fucking fact. It's just a fact. Right? Now, Dalton is cool. You feel me? I ain't got no problem with people coming in here and, you know, speaking their opinion. And Monique, you don't have to call Dalton out of his name, or you don't have to do any of that. You know, I'm a gentleman. And not only that, I'm a real ass motherfucker. Right? So, you know, I don't do all the internet tough. I don't do all that. That's crazy. It's stupid. Right? But like I said, we ain't gonna ever tolerate disrespect. And in that doesn't mean that we're going to be disrespectful in return. So, you know, Monique, you don't have to call Dalton out of his name. You don't have to do that. I would strongly appreciate it if you did not. Right? Okay, so you talking about the Welfare Act. You got to take it back about 20 years. Right? Welfare, right, was originally designed for white mothers whose husbands were leaving their families during the Great Depression. You got to go back to like 1928, 27. You got to go back some more, dog. You got to do a little bit more due diligence. You got to get your research up. Right? So white folks been on fucking welfare since fucking pre-industrialization. Huh? White folks, I'm sorry to let y'all know this, but welfare was specifically designed for y'all. It wasn't designed for us originally. Right? It just wasn't. Now let's get back to Kayla, man. Shout out to Kayla, man. This is a powerful, powerful press conference, man.
Of what may happen to her. And let me be clear. The claims that were used about the public donation to buy a home or anything else are completely false. We have not received a single dime from the Give, Send, Go fundraiser. And the co-founder has stated that clearly. In the reality, we were just notified yesterday that we could begin to withdraw funds. And it still takes several days to receive those funds once a request is made. I don't know why we are being targeted and discriminated against before a fair trial. Our son deserves the same rights under the law that everyone is afforded to. He's been raised in a two-parent home with structure, stability, love, and we put God first in everything that we do.
Did you hear what did y'all just hear what our sister Kayla just said? Right? And that's why I said what I said earlier to you, dog, with that bullshit, man. Listen here, man. We men over here first. We don't do emotions. We don't spew things out like a female would. Things not based in reality or facts. Right? Our young brother Carmelo come from a great family, a good, stable family, a father that works. I believe I read an article that his father is into STEM and tech. His father earns enough money to where he could move his family to Frisco to give them a better shot education and away from the hood. He makes enough money to where he can afford his wife to be a stay-at-home mother. She doesn't have to work. Unlike Austin and Hunter. Rest in the essence of Austin. All right. We see our brother Carmelo's parents being interviewed together, not separately. You check this brother's criminal history, from what I've seen so far, nothing. Completely clean. Stand-up guy. Good black brother. Smart black brother. Intelligent, successful black brother. With his wife and his family. Right? Facts. And I know this just burning y'all up. It is burning y'all up that we getting and staying on code with each other. Y'all used to seeing us tear each other down and shit. Nah, that shit is over with, man. You got the little stragglers, niggers, who still on that bullshit. But for the most of us, black men and women, we getting on code. And we're going to keep raising money for our little brother Carmelo. We're going to get him up a meal. We're going to get him up 2 meals, 3, 4. We're going to make sure our little brother got the best defense money can buy. Right? And we're going to continue to speak positively about our little brother. We're going to show y'all the young black man that he is, not the young black thug YN y'all trying to paint him to be. Right? And we don't have to condemn or vilify Austin, Hunter, or his father to do it. They've done good jobs of that themselves. Let's go. Smash that like button, click on the bell, subscribe to the page.
We believe in the Constitution under the law that discriminated against before a fair trial. Our son deserves the same rights under the law that everyone is afforded to. He's been raised in a two-parent home with structure, stability, love, and we put God first in it.
I mean, come on now, man. You feel me? Structure, love, stability, and we put God first. Perfect structure and order. God, man, woman, child. Y'all would never sit up here and on my watch paint my little bro like he just some thug ass young nigga criminal, and he ain't nowhere near it. Right? We ain't gonna let y'all do that. We ain't gonna let y'all call our little brother a killer. He ain't no killer. He's not a murderer at all. He was defending himself, just like how Kason Allison defended himself by stabbing Joe Ramirez multiple times. And then later ran home and did the same shit to his mom or some shit like that, if I'm not mistaken. But I don't hear none of y'all talking about that. Oh, we're going to talk about it Wednesday for sure. The hypocrisy of white America, we're going to get to it. And one thing I do like about this situation, I ain't gonna lie to y'all, I absolutely love this about all of this that's happening. I love how it's bringing out that good old American white racism. I love it. I love that this is pulling y'all out y'all shells. Because now y'all all out in the open. Right? And I love it. Because I like my racism to be blatant and in my face. I respect it a lot more. And Jesse Lee Peterson is a coon. He don't represent us. That's our brother, but he ain't like us. He ain't one of us. Right? Yeah, black racism it pales in comparison to white racism. Pales. It's not even worth mentioning. Because although there is a small percentage of us black folks, us foundational black Americans who are racist, right? And I'm not saying that percentage of us is right for being racist, but I will say they're justified in their hatred. It ain't up for me to judge my brothers and sisters on their hatred or lack thereof for white folks. That's up for the Most High to deal with them with. Right? But I do understand where it comes from. I do understand why it would be present. Look what the history of white folks is against black folks in this country. So, you know. Nah, we ain't never getting over slavery. Dude, what you talking about? We ain't never getting over slavery. We're never going to forget it. We're always going to bring it up. It's our trump card, if you would. Y'all think we about to let y'all forget that shit? See, this is the shit I'm talking about right here. And this is why I'm glad this situation is happening in the way it is, because it's bringing out that good old white American racism that y'all been hiding like the punks most of y'all are. And that's not no disrespect. That's a fact. Right? We ain't never going to get over racism, ever. We're never going to let y'all forget. Never. We're going to always remind y'all every trip. You're never going to live it down. Critical race theory, out of here. We're going to make sure your children know that their ancestors were slave owners, slave drivers, slave traders, rapists, thieves, murderers, pirates. We're going to let all y'all's generate. We're going to make sure we teach our generations. We're going to teach our kids about white hatred in this country and the history thereof. Yes, we're going to keep it alive. We're going to keep it going for generations and generations and generations. We're going to make sure 1,000 years from now, white kids in America know about y'all's history. Yes, we're never going to forget. We're never going to stop talking about it. It's not going to happen. Man, whites was never no slaves in America. Ever. He said, y'all can't get over slavery. Whites were slaves, blacks were slaves, Irish were slaves, Jews were slaves. Man, they were not slaves. All those Irish, all those whites, whoever you talking about, they weren't slaves. They weren't chattel slavery. They were employees. Slav, as in the Slavic language or culture, right, is a word or term meaning employee or he who works. So when we're talking about Slav or Slavic or a Slav or a slave, it's really an employee, right? I told you when you come over here, Dalton, to A Real Talk, you're dealing with a guy who knows what he's talking about. Right? Right? And no, just like my sister Monique said, we don't come from Ham. No, we come from Shem. We ain't going to talk about where y'all come from. We ain't going to talk about where so-called Caucasians come from. You feel me? Because that's not what this is about. Right? Shem was not white. No, he was not. They weren't white. They were Semitic, or should I say Shemitic. Right? All melanated people don't have to be burnt, crispy black. There's light-skinned melanated people. There's my tone. There's Carmelo's father and his mother tone. There are very light-hued people. Right? And Dalton, if you claiming yourself to be a you, you're a Semite, not a Shemite. Shem wasn't white. Moses wasn't white. Right? Now back to our sister, Kayla. Strong black woman.
Everything
took a lot of strength and courage to fight through tears and emotion to give these words and convey these words in the way she did. And I commend Kayla for that. She did a great job. Sound like she wrote these words herself.
Clearly. In the reality, we were just notified yesterday that were used about the public donation to buy a home or anything else are completely false. We have not received a single dime from the Give, Send, Go fundraiser. And the co-founder has stated that clearly. In the reality, we were just notified yesterday that we could begin to withdraw funds.
Monique, you gotta relax, man.
And it still takes several days to receive those funds once a request is made. I don't know why we are being targeted and discriminated against before a fair trial. Our son deserves the same rights under the law that everyone is afforded to. He's been raised in a two-parent home, right, with structure, right, stability, right, love, right, and we put God first in everything that we do. We believe in the Constitution. We believe in the laws of this state, but those laws must apply to all of us, not just some of us. To be clear, when I speak publicly about specific details of what happened under the tent on that rainy and awful day, there's an active investigation that everyone involved wants to be full and fair. We believe in the legal process, and that is where the truth will come out. To the family who experienced the loss, my heart truly goes out to you. To those who have supported my family, thank you from the bottom of our hearts.
You're welcome, sister, and we're going to keep supporting, Kayla. We're going to keep supporting, sis. Hey, LaQuay, what's up, baby? We're going to keep supporting. We ain't letting up. We're going to run it up 1 million, 2 million, 3 million, 4, like Jay-Z said. Huh? We're going to make sure our little bro get the best representation he can get. And when he get up out of this situation, because we got to keep it real, y'all. I'm listening. This is where I got to get real with y'all, right? This is where I got to get real with y'all. There's a good chance that Carmelo going to have to go lay it down, man. He might have to go lay it down for a couple years, man. I don't see him getting no more than like 5 to 7 years. I don't see him getting no more than that. Right? Manslaughter. You feel me? Crime of passion. You understand what I'm saying? I don't think he's gonna get but you know, we gotta be mentally prepared, perceptually prepared that we're gonna have to go, you know, Carmelo might have to go lay it down. That's why we gotta run it up for him. And I don't know about 2, man. Somebody's dead, man. You hear me? I'm gonna say somewhere between like 2 to 7 range. And we're gonna support our little brother every day. We're gonna run it up for him. So when he come home, he's gonna have some money to go to school, got some money to get him a place to stay. You understand what I'm saying? Get him a nice whip or 2. You feel me? And we're gonna help our little bro out. And y'all ain't gotta worry about, listen here, y'all ain't gotta worry about Carmelo. When he go to the joint, the brothers in the joint, they're gonna take care of Carmelo when he in the joint. They're gonna make sure he good in there. Guaranteed. This nigga Dawn Tripp. He said, hope the kid gets life. Another one we ain't got to worry about holding us up at the gas station. See, stuff like that, saying stuff like that is going to get you timed out, man. Right? You know what I'm saying? Yeah, he do. I'm trying to be lenient. I'm trying to be cool, man. Dalton, you just pushing the envelope, bro. I'm about to have to block your ass, man. Dog over here bugging. I'll tell you, man, I don't give a damn about you being new. You can be respectful. You a man, they should be respectful, bro. You can voice your opinion without being disrespectful. The ABs ain't even heavy in Texas like that, bro. The ABs is bitches. Let me tell y'all something about these AB motherfuckers, man. The ABs is bitches. The only state in which the ABs got any type of form of juice is in California, and they ain't even got that. Because if the Mexicans don't give them the okay, they ain't doing shit. Now, as far as out this way, ABs don't run shit in the joint. They bitches. I done slapped the shit out of plenty ABs. Top dogs. Slap cold fire out their ass. ABs is hoes. The only state that they even strong a little bit in is California. ABs ain't popping in Texas like that. Like I said, Carmelo gonna be good when he go to the joint. They're gonna take care of Carmelo in there. Watch what I'm telling y'all. Everybody is watching this case, and they're gonna take care of little bro in the joint. They're gonna keep him away from all that fuckery. Right? ABs ain't gonna do shit. ABs is hoes, man. ABs in the joint getting chumped off by Mexicans. And that's all over the country. especially out here in Ohio. ABs ain't got no juice out here. Niggas get slapped up, get their shit took, get their boxes kicked and all that shit, and don't nothing happen. Right? Now, I'm gonna leave it to the discretion of my mods, man. Right? Matter of fact, hold on. Let me go check something real quick. Let's finish listening to our sister.
Or anything else are completely false. We have not received a single dime from the Give, Send, Go fundraiser. And the co-founder has stated that clearly. In the reality, we were just notified yesterday that we could begin to withdraw funds. And it still takes several days to receive those funds once a request is made. I don't know why we are being targeted and discriminated against before a fair trial. Our son deserves the same rights under the law that everyone is afforded to. He's been raised in a two-parent home with structure, stability, love, and we put God first in everything that we do. We believe in the Constitution. We believe in the laws of this state, but those laws must apply to all of us, not just some of us. To be clear, we will not speak publicly about specific details of what happened under the tent on that rainy and awful day. There's an active investigation that everyone involved wants to be full and fair. We believe in the legal process, and that is where the truth will come out. To the family who experienced the loss, my heart truly goes out to you. To those who have supported my family, thank you from the bottom of our hearts. We ask for your continued support, patience, and prayers as we navigate this difficult process. Thank you.
Shout out to Kayla, man. That was powerful, man. Now listen here, y'all. Listen. Monique, Naquay, right? Now I appreciate all the support from my sisters that tap in with me. I appreciate it all. But as y'all notice, I don't really have no female mods, and there's a reason why I don't do that, right? And if you rock with me, you know why. But you know what I'm saying? The reason why I decided to mod specifically Monique and Naquay, specifically Naquay, because y'all been support, y'all supporters, y'all tap in. Right now, with that being said, use so wisely. Don't just time anybody out because you think they're saying something crazy. Wait until you get my approval. Wait till I give you the green light, and then you snipe their ass. Right? Dalton cool. He ain't said nothing disrespectful. Too crazy. Right? He good. I'll let y'all know when y'all could snipe people. Right? That's wild, man. Right? What Dalton say? He said, "My people were slaves in the desert for 40 years. Oh no, it ruins my life. Let me just lay in bed all day and cry. Oh no." That's funny, man. I do too. That's why I said don't time. Dalton ain't said he ain't said nothing disrespectful for real. He, you know, maybe a little distasteful, but not disrespectful. You know what I'm talking about? Borderline disrespect. Watch it, Dalton. Right? I'm a purveyor of freedom of speech, so I ain't, you know. But with that being said, you know, we gonna always be respectful, right? One thing. My bad, y'all. I accidentally hit the back out button. Let me bring Kayla back up. Oh no, well, we already listened to that. All right. Let me bring this picture back up. Right. So, yeah, right. Shout out to Kayla, man. That was powerful, man. Right. That was powerful, man. And I like that, man. You feel me? Very well said. I could tell she wrote that herself, which lets me know that Kayla is a very intelligent Black woman, articulate, has a strong command of the English language, right? Nah, man. Dawn said, shit, I love y'all. Y'all got respect for me. Fuck it. I can't hate, but it's a travesty to get caught up in things that don't matter. This actually matters. This definitely matters. This is something that actually definitely matters. You know what I'm saying? Especially to all y'all Black mothers raising Black boys. Oh, this absolutely should matter to you. Carmelo Anthony is your son. Whether you know it or not, whether you accept it or not, whether you believe it or not, but Carmelo is your son. Carmelo, my son. He my little brother, my nephew. He ain't no thug. Carmelo ain't shit like how I was when I was his age. He's the complete opposite. When I was Carmelo's age, I was selling dope, running in and out of dope spots, fucking on chicks who was older than me, who was probably, goddamn it, right? When I was 17, I was doing shit I had no goddamn business doing. Right? I was on honor roll. I went to school. I got good grades, but I also was in the streets real heavy. Right? You know? That's all. And y'all white folks especially, y'all got to understand that we are not going to allow y'all to destroy or try to tarnish Carmelo's image. Carmelo's real actual life is nothing like the image that y'all is trying to paint him out to be. And us as Black folks, as foundational Black Americans, we absolutely cannot allow y'all to do that. We will not allow y'all to do that. Flat out. Just like y'all won't allow us to destroy the image or the character of any of y'all's. Kyle Rittenhouse, Derek Chauvin, this boy Kason Allison, not too far from Frisco. We're going to talk about that on Wednesday. Do you know about that, Dalton? Do you know about the Kason Allison and Joe Ramirez situation? I think it's in Benton, Texas. Not too far from Frisco. I want to say it's like 20 miles from Frisco, like the next town over. Yeah, Amber Geiger, police officer, knocking on that man's door, went in that man's house without a warrant, shot that man, killed that man in his house. Right? I'm about to drop the link for y'all. Right? Y'all can sit up here, hit the link, come up on this goddamn it panel and spit your game and talk your ish. Right? The time has come where us Black folks in mass, by far and large, we ain't going no more. We're getting on code with each other. We're supporting each other like you see us doing with our young brother Carmelo. Well, you know, that's you, dog, man. We ain't, I don't know why And ain't no, and listen here, right? That's you. You're a specific niche person. The Jews, for the most part, ain't never going to let Germany and the world ever forget about so-called Holocaust. Y'all have a whole organization that done sit up here and flipped and turned over and then convoluted the meaning of anti-Semitism. Right? Used by far and large are never going to let us forget that false ass, lying ass history that y'all got. When y'all ain't never going to let us forget that shit. Every year there's a movie coming out about what happened in the Holocaust. Every year. Every year y'all add a new convoluted definition to the meaning of anti-Semitism, which in actuality, as in reference to use, is a misnomer. Right? If we're going to talk about anti-Semitism, let's get this straight. Anti-Semitism isn't a racial thing. It isn't a lineage thing. It isn't it isn't it ain't got nothing to do with race or religion or DNA or a bloodline, right? Anti-Semitism is a misnomer as in reference to disrespect or discrimination towards people who identify with the Judaic faith. The word Semitism, base word Semite, another term, right, that was developed by Khazarian demons. Anti-Semitism, by far and large, if we're going to say it, Semitism or the Semitic languages is a group of languages spoken by people in the Middle East and Southeast Asia and Africa regions or Alkebulan regions, right? Semitism or Semitic doesn't represent a lineage. It doesn't represent a culture. It doesn't even represent a bloodline or DNA. It represents languages, different language groups. And out of all the Semitic language speaking groups, Hebrew is not even the biggest one. If we're going to talk about anti-Semitism, aka hatred or disrespect or discrimination towards people who speak Semitic languages, then it has to represent those who speak Arabic, because by far and large, Arabic is the largest Semitic language speaking group on earth. 80+% of Semitic languages are of an Arabic origin or are Arabic. Arabic is 80% of the Semitic language speaking groups. More people speak Arabic than any other Semitic language. So there's a big difference between a Semite and a Shemite. I did a show on that, Dalton. Maybe you go look back and check it out. Right? And he damn sure didn't look at no Jews as if they were black. He absolutely did not. You know? So when we're talking about anti-Semitism as in reference to discrimination towards Jews, that is a misnomer. Because y'all are not even the second or third largest Semitic language group. So let's just get that straight right there. Anti-Semitism as in reference to discrimination, disparage, or disrespect, hatred towards people who follow the Judaic faith, religion, is a misnomer. Arabs are the largest Semitic language speaking group. 80% Of all Semitic language groups, Arabic is the largest one. So if we're going to talk about anti-Semitism, it has to be referring to those who speak Arabic. Right? Shout out to Kayla Hayes for having the courage and the ovarian fortitude to sit up there and do what she did. Glitch the guarantee was happening, man. Right? I want y'all who tap in with me over here out of the blue, and I want y'all to understand something, man. Right? I'm not your average nigga. You hear me? I'm the same as my brothers. Oh, but I'm a lot different. Different as in, as I said earlier, I am well versed, studied, and learned in just about everything. There's not too much that I don't know. But with that being said, I'm only smart enough to know how much I do not know. Right? Our young brother Carmelo deserves our support 100%. Right? Even if he is guilty, which I know he's not. When I say he's not guilty of being a murderer, a killer. No. Carmelo is going to have to plead. His lawyers look like they some good lawyers. Right? I wouldn't be surprised if they tell Carmelo he's going to get his charges dropped to manslaughter. And he'll plead out to the possible 2 to 5, maybe 7 years minimum for that charge. Right? I mean, because granted, Austin is no longer with us. Right? And technically, even in self-defense, our young brother definitely unalived Austin. Or did he? Right? So I don't even want to speak on certain things that I've come across because I'm going to wait till everything come out in court because that's where all the facts are going to come out in court. Fuck speculation. Fuck what people talking about. Like Kayla said, all the misinformation, all the just lies. I'm not going to engage in any of that. I'm going to wait until my young brother has his day in court, which I believe is in June or July. And we're going to let the facts speak for themselves. I'm going to tell y'all this. His bond was $1 million. They dropped it to $250,000. And he up out of there. If Carmelo was guilty of being the agitator, the instigator, actually being a unaliver who went up there on some bullshit, oh, he'd still be in jail right now. Trust and believe that. But since he's not, that's the reason why they had to lower it and let him on up out of there. No criminal history, no criminal record, never been to jail, never been to juvie, never been arrested, no altercations with the police, straight A student, honor roll, athlete, has a job, good kid, come from a great family. And this is what I'm saying. The image that y'all trying to paint of Carmelo, it don't fit. It don't fit him. Y'all can get as mad as y'all want. Y'all can say all the sneak racial shit y'all want to say. Y'all can say all the shit that I've been seeing online. Y'all can say all of that shit. I want you to say it. You have a right to say it. I advocate for you to say it. Don't get it twisted, y'all. I might disagree with you, but in my disagreements, I'll defend your right to disagree. I'll defend your right to say the shit that I don't agree with. Because ain't nobody going to tell me what I can or can't say, because I'm going to say it. I don't give a damn. I cannot be censored. I will not be censored. Now, I'll box cleverly with my language, but I ain't going to censor myself, though. I encourage y'all to not do the same. Or I encourage y'all to do the same. Right? So, you know, man, this is what black folk getting on code look like. This is what us standing up and supporting each other looks like. Right? Right? You know? Rest in the essence to Austin, man. Very unfortunate that that young brother's no longer here. But along with his brother Hunter, they created the exact environment for what happened to him to happen to him. And that's the thing that I don't see a lot of y'all white folks talking about. Y'all won't touch on it. And I understand why y'all won't. Y'all have been some of the main advocates for fuck around and find out. I've been seeing a lot of white folks say that. That's some shit us black folks came up with. Once again, jacking our swag. Once again, we make everything lit. We make everything cool. We make everything lit. White folks wasn't saying no fuck around and find out till y'all heard us say it. Just like everything else. Right? Now, when the fuck around to find out happens to hit your front door, now you want to call somebody a murderer. Now our little brother KARMELO is a murderer. He went up there with the attention to staff. None of y'all know nothing about nothing. No facts to support what you're saying. No evidence to support what you're saying. Just emotions, just in your feels, as y'all say. Not having the testicular fortitude to say, you know what, I'm going to keep my opinion about the case to myself until I see the evidence. But as far as whatever side I'm going to be on, that's the side I'm going to support, and I'm going to leave it at that. That's more respectable than sitting here getting in the back and forth spats when nobody knows what happened. I bet you I ain't about to do it. Right? One thing I'm going to do, though, is I'm going to stay on code. I'm going to represent for my little bro, KARMELO. I'm going to hold him down. I got his back. I ain't going to let y'all try to tarnish or damage his image. The image that y'all trying to paint of him. Right? That shirt y'all trying to put, that jacket y'all trying to put on KARMELO, it don't fit. It just don't. In regards to how y'all feel about it, right? It don't matter how you feel about it. What matters is the facts. And since none of us know the actual facts, to speak on it as if you do is asinine. It's utterly ridiculous. And that's why Kayla said what she said. All this stuff I'm seeing online about this, y'all don't know nothing what y'all talking about. Y'all making up lies, talking about some we just use the money to buy Escalades and houses and shit. Ain't even seen the dime of the money at that point. They already lived in a nice house. Dalton's dad makes decent living for himself and his family. He could afford to move his family from wherever they was living to Frisco. No dope, no drugs, no criminality. All hard work and effort. Our brother KARMELO's father is a stand-up black man. Y'all hate that. Y'all, like I said, the jacket y'all trying to put on KARMELO, it don't fit. You want to know who it fit, though? That jacket y'all trying to put on KARMELO, guess who it fit? It fit Hunter and Austin. It definitely fits Kason Allison, who we're going to talk about on Wednesday. Put a number 11 in the chat if y'all heard about the Kason Allison situation. This shit happened, man. I'm going to talk about that on Wednesday. We focusing on Carmelo and his mother tonight, right? Right. We gotta represent for Carmelo, man. We gotta support our young brother, man. Because it's a strong possibility that he gonna go to that Who's gal, man. But when he go, we gotta make sure he good. We gotta make sure his books is taken care of. We gotta make sure he's taken care of on the inside. And I'm telling y'all right now, after this situation, FBA in the joint gonna make sure little bro taken care of when he gets to wherever he gotta go, if he gotta go. Trust me, this is a state case. This isn't a federal case. If our little bro gonna have to go sit it down, they're gonna send him to a state penitentiary. And wherever they send Carmelo to, I'm gonna guarantee to put my stamp of approval on it. He gonna be good. Ain't nobody gonna take advantage of him. Ain't nobody gonna try to use him. They're gonna make sure little Melo good in the joint for his little 2 to 5 years, maybe 7. He gonna have to do up in there. He gonna be good. They're gonna make sure he tightened up. They're gonna make sure he polished up in there. They're gonna make sure he is around no fuckery. I promise you that. Because that's what we would have did if this shit would have happened when I was in the joint and they sent him to where we was at. He would have been good in the joint. He'd have been well taken care of. And nobody would have violated him. Nobody would have talked to him crazy. Ain't nothing, no catching no phase. This little bro about to do his time. We're going to make sure he good while he in here. We're going to make sure he ain't into no trouble. And he going to come out a better man than when he came in. We're going to make sure he in school and all of that. I'm telling y'all what would have happened when he came to, if this would have happened while I was in the joint and little bro came to where I was at. Or anywhere in Ohio. So if our little bro going to have to lay it down, he going to be good wherever they send him at. Right? Our little bro Carmelo ain't no thug. I know thugs. I was locked up with thugs. He ain't that. Like I say, his very life, his actual life don't match up to the jacket y'all trying to have him wear. It don't even, his real life don't match up. And I'm going to rewind this because Kayla said this so beautifully. The way she said this, it was beautiful the way she said it. It's beautiful what she said. It basically lined our whole brother's demo up. Lined Carmelo's whole demo up. Like I said, that jacket y'all trying to put on little bro, it just don't fit him. And it's our job as fellow FBAs to make sure the jacket that do fit him is the one that we put on him. Not this bullshit, all y'all mad, angry ass white folks and other people, some of us coon ass niggas, all up in arms because our little bro defended himself. Unfortunately, Austin's no longer here as a result. Rest in the essence to him, man. He didn't deserve to die. It was before his appointed time, I'm sure. But what I don't hear any of y'all talking about is the things that Hunter and Austin possibly potentially have done that led up to what happened to Austin. I don't hear any of y'all talking about that. I don't hear any of y'all talking about Jeff Metcalf's dodgy, sketchy criminal past involving SA. I don't hear y'all talking about that. I don't hear y'all questioning the wherewithal in the mother. Why her mother don't rock with anything the husband says, the father says. Why aren't y'all asking her what happened between her and Jeff? Why she divorced him? Why aren't y'all getting all up in Hunter and Austin's family business when it's very, very sketchy? Right? I would like for some of y'all to answer me those questions. Now, Kayla said this so eloquently, right? Which lets me know that she's a very intelligent Black woman. She articulated herself very well. I could tell by her inflection and her word choice that Kayla wrote this herself. You did?
My 13-year-old daughter is afraid to sleep in her own bedroom because she's fearful of what might happen to her.
What about that? Right? What about that? What about a 13-year-old little girl is scared to sleep in her own bedroom because of what's going on with her brother? Y'all ain't got nothing to say about that though, huh? You don't care, huh? Man, listen here, man. The hypocrisy amongst y'all white folks is utterly astounding. And hell yeah, especially over here at Aerial Talk, we're going to hold the fire to y'all's white asses. We are never going to let y'all forget about y'all's people's history over here at Aerial Talk Podcast. We are going to constantly, consistently remind y'all of y'all's history with straight facts. No emotions, no feelings, no conjecture, facts. You did. Let's go, Caleb.
And let me be clear. The claims that were used about the public donation to buy a home or anything else are completely false. We have not received a single dime from the Give, Send, Go fundraiser. And the co-founder has stated that clearly. In the reality, we were just notified yesterday that we could begin to withdraw funds. And it still takes several days to receive those funds once a request is made. I don't know why we are being targeted and discriminated against before a fair trial. Our son deserves the same rights under the law that everyone is afforded to. He's been raised in a two-parent home with structure, stability, love, and we put God first. He's been raised in a two-parent home with structure, stability, love, and we put God first in everything that we do. He's been raised in a two-parent home with structure, stability, love, and we put God first in everything that we do.
That says it all right there. That dispels any talk of our little brother being a thug, a criminal, a gangster, a killer, a hitter, a real nigga, a YN, a young. Nah, KARMELO ain't none of that. He don't come from an environment that breeds that. Right? That's not where KARMELO come from. Like I said, the jacket y'all trying to put on our little homie, it don't fit him. That's not the structure KARMELO comes from. Right? He ain't no YN. He's not being raised by a single mother like Austin and Hunter were. His dad lives in his home and is married to his mother. Unlike Hunter and Austin's parents. To my knowledge, KARMELO's father has a clean, crispy clean criminal record. So does his mother. Unlike Austin and Hunter's parents. They say blacks ruin everything they touch. Once they come into an area, everyone moves out. The stores start to get bars on the windows, businesses shut down and relocate. See, that's not true. See, that's not black people. That's niggas. See, it's the difference, Dalton. So you got to understand it's a difference between white folks and crackers. Just like there's a difference between black folks and niggas. See, when niggas move into an area, that's what happens. But see, when black folks come to an area, we get Black Wall Street. We get Ocala, Florida. Right? We get what's the town I'm thinking of, man? We get Mount Vernon, King Arts District in my city. We get Harlem and the Harlem Renaissance. When black folks, when black men and women, when black people, real true black people come somewhere, that shit flourishes. That shit grows and expands. And everybody else copy what we do. So you better know the difference, Dalton. Know the difference between black folks and niggas. Right? Big difference. You go take a look at the black area in my city of Berwick, and then you go look at where niggas is living a couple miles down Livingston. Big difference. Right? Right? Everything that is cool comes from us. Everything. Right? Right? Carmelo comes from a good family with stability, structure, love. They put God first. They're under proper structure and order. They put God first. There's a man running the household at the head of the family with his wife and their children. Carmelo, the environment that Carmelo comes from doesn't breed the type of stuff that y'all trying to paint it to be. Right? Yeah, man. Yeah. It's a fact. It's an absolute fact. Right? If this was two white boys that did this to each other, it wouldn't be a story. Just like it's not a story with Kason, Allison, and the Mexican boy, Joe Ramirez. It only gets attention when we involve. Now, I don't really like that all the time. I'm gonna be honest with y'all. But I understand why. Right? I totally understand why. Don't ever forget what J. Edgar Hoover said, y'all. And this lets you know how powerful us FBAs are, and even more reason for us to be and get on code with each other. Right? These motherfuckers fear us, man. The number one thing that the people who run things over here in America fear is specifically foundational Black Americans getting on code with each other. They fear that. Right? They fear us. Y'all fear us. Y'all are terrified of us. And you want to know why y'all terrified? Because y'all afraid that if we get on code, we might turn this thing back around on y'all's ass. But see, that's not in our heart. As much hatred as we have for ourselves and a lot of other people, as far as, we got more hatred amongst ourselves than we have towards any other group of people. And if we could just take that internal hate and, change that into love for one another, y'all gonna really be scared. The main thing that specifically white society fears in America is Black Americans getting on code with each other. And I'm talking about us foundational Black Americans. Y'all fear that. It terrifies y'all. And it's proven with this case. All this lashing out All this calling our young brother Carmelo a killer, a murderer, he's a gangster, he should spend the rest of his life in prison, rah. That's fear. That's fear being masked with bravado. I've seen it all the time in the joint. White boys is bitches. I'm going to just let y'all know that for the most part. For the most part, white boys is soft as fuck. Y'all ain't going to fight. Y'all can't fight. Right? And the ones, well, I will say, you got a lot of these young white guys taking MMA now. So some of them can fight. But for the most part, especially in the joint, white boys ain't hitting up on none. Y'all soft as fuck, man. And I'm just keeping it real. That ain't being disrespectful. I'm not saying all of y'all. I'm saying for the most part. Right? And I know this firsthand. Right? 92 Dolo, what's happening, man? Right? Scared, terrified. Yes, that's what it is. It is fear. Yes, Dalton, afraid. White society as a whole, specifically the ones that run shit over here, they are terrified of us. They are terrified of black folks getting on code, riding with each other, supporting each other, not unaliving each other, not hating each other, not riding on each other, not disrespecting each other and being divisive in public. Y'all fear us being on code. Yes, y'all do. And I'm going to prove it to you. Right? I'm going to prove it to you. Excuse me. I'm going to prove it to you, Dalton. Right? Because we get confirmation of the information over here. We don't just be talking. All right? We can show and prove everything we say. And this proves what I'm saying. J. Edgar Hoover, founder, first director of the Federal Bureau of Intimidation and Incrimination. He said this. He didn't say a white Messiah. He didn't say a Latino Messiah. He didn't say an African Messiah. He didn't say a Jewish Messiah. He didn't say a European Messiah. He said a black Messiah, right? J. Edgar Hoover feared black people getting on code. It was his number one priority to make sure that black people are completely separated and divided. Yeah, one of y'all homeboys, he's a you. J. Edgar Hoover was a you. Like you. Matter of fact, fun boy activity started with the U's, or should I say the Khazarians. Oh, I already know, deformed pretty boy. I'm from Ohio, man. Y'all have to understand, y'all. I'm from Ohio, one of the birthplaces of the Klan. Southeastern Ohio is notorious for racist activity. I was locked up in Noble County at Noble Correctional Institute. Most of the COs there are ABs or members of the Hells Angels or the Mongols. Most of the COs at Noble Correctional Institution are 1%ers. You go to Noble, the COs have spider webs on their arms. They have lightning bolts tattooed on their arms and shit. Right? And if you live in Alabama, Dalton, you should definitely know. I know how prepared lots of white guys are in America. I know firsthand, personally. Right? But this is what I want to say to y'all white folks, man. Right? This is what I want to say to y'all. Right? It will be much better if we was to put our differences to the side and unite. Because what's going on in America is designed for all of us. I hope y'all white people aren't that naive. I hope y'all aren't that stupid to think that when all this shit comes into fruition, that y'all are somehow going to be unscathed. I hope y'all not thinking that. Even you Jewish people. Right? Because every you is a Hebrew, but every Hebrew is a you, but not every you is a Hebrew. I'm going to repeat that just in case Dalton didn't hear me. Every you, or should I say, every Hebrew is a you, but not every you is a Hebrew. You know? Now you called yourself that, right? And I'm pretty sure you're a Semite and not a Shemite. Because although you think you know what you're talking about, you're wrong. Shem was not white. Nobody in the Middle Eastern region of the world is white. No, we are not Hamites. No, we are not. We come from the bloodline of Shem, not Ham. Shem was not white. Moses was not white. None of his sons were white. No, they were not. They were dark-hued black men like me. Matter of fact, they probably was blacker than me. I strongly suggest y'all white folks and y'all do y'all's due diligence and really learn y'all's true history. Because it's clear that lots of y'all don't know. Right? No, that's wrong, Dalton. That is utterly wrong. That is absolutely wrong. You are wrong. Right? I know you're wrong because you refer to yourself as a you. And now think about what I just said. All Hebrews are Jews, but not all Jews are Hebrews. Most Jews are Semites, but we're the true Shemites. Yeah, man, but even with all of that, deformed pretty boy, the majority of those white guys, they're not racist. Majority of those guys sit there and be sitting side by side with your black ass on the front line. All right? Believe it or not. Just like it's a small percentage amongst us that are the niggas, it's not a large percentage of actual racists amongst the majority of white folks. Right? I'm not saying it's not a large percentage, or should I say, I'm not saying it's a sizable population of white folks that are actual extreme racists? Oh, yes, there are. That would be stupid to say that. It's not the majority, though. Not extreme race, not the ones that's willing to be race warriors. That's a small percentage of the white population. Most white folks is soft as fuck. They ain't gonna kill nothing or let nothing die. Right? And as far as that goes, I can only speak for Ohio. So I don't know. I don't know. But when I'm speaking as in general, I will almost guarantee that out of all the white folks in California, the ones that are actual racists, actual race warriors that actually do not like and hate black people simply because they're black, I guarantee you that's not the majority of white folks in California. I would be willing to put money on that. Just like it's not here or anywhere else. Doesn't mean it's not a sizable population, though. It's just not the majority, nowhere near the majority. Right? Because most white folks is soft as fuck. And that's just true. Right? And let me tell y'all something, man. And this goes for you too, Dalton. As of right now, all this stuff I'm seeing in my comment section, dead that shit. Right now, all of y'all, dead that shit. I don't want to see nobody making no idle threats. I don't want to see none of that shit. Y'all got to relax. Tighten up. Don't be so emotional. Y'all don't even know each other. Right? But one thing I can say that I know for an absolute fact, that most white folks is soft as fuck. Right? Yeah, majority of white people supported slavery, but that doesn't necessarily mean that they racist. A lot of black folks supported slavery. A lot of black folks support slavery right now. Most black folks ain't racist, but they support slavery though. Right now. Right now, most black folks support modern day slavery. Yes, we do. Right? You know? Oh, he said not the black twins. No, the black twins went missing in Georgia not too long ago. Why you think that is? When we know what happened, we know what it is. Some of them racist ass white folks down there, just like they did with the one boy in Mississippi. Like I said, shit ain't changed, man. Shit hasn't changed. My man, Kwame Ma'at Rod Niyame, y'all be killing me with these long ass names, man. Y'all Hotep ass dudes, man. What black man would support chattel slavery? It's a lot of black. No black man would support chattel slavery, but it's a lot of niggas that would love to. Right? It's a lot of niggas that would love to. And this is a fact. Right? So you know what I'm talking about? Oh man, y'all funny, man. Like I said, ain't nothing wrong with the jokes. Ain't nothing wrong with the roasting. When y'all get to talking about what y'all gonna physically do to each other, man, y'all gotta relax with that shit, man. Especially on my page. Relax. Dead that shit. I don't want to see no talking about what you gonna do to somebody or what you would do with somebody. I don't want to see that shit in my comment section, man. That'll get your ass blocked mod, whoever you is. Right? Have some, tighten up, man. We got thick skin over here. Words don't hurt us over here. Definitely don't hurt me. I don't really give a damn what any of y'all say. As long as y'all keep it respectful. Ain't no need to be calling each other out of the names and shit. Y'all can roast and shit without calling names and shit. You know what I'm talking about? I don't want to see that shit, man. We thoroughbred over here, not a loaf of bread. Right? We know what happened to our young brothers in Georgia. We already know what happened. Just like what happened to our one young brother in Alabama, Mississippi. They found this body dog dismal. We know what happened. Like I said, man, racism is raw and it's real, man. Right? But even with all of that, for the most part, white folks are cowards. Y'all scary as fuck. Y'all are not about that action. It's a small percentage of y'all white people that's really like that. And I was in prison with some of them. Right? The majority of y'all white folks, run-of-the-mill white folks, everyday average white folks, y'all are soft as fuck. Ain't gonna bust a grape at a fruit fight. Lock your doors when we come around and all that shit, man. Soft as hell. Right? And a lot of y'all think y'all ready for a race war. A lot of y'all think y'all prepared. Even y'all white folks, even my white folks I know that live in the rural areas of the country, even my white folks I know who do their tactical training and they do their outdoor survival training, right? But for the most part, yeah, they're a little bit more prepared than we are, but that's country rural white folk. We're talking about inner city, urban, and metropolitan white folks who wouldn't know nothing about field dressing a white-tailed or pronghorn deer. Nah, country, we got a lot of black folks in the country. Don't get it fucked up. Don't get it twisted. Do your due diligence. We got all type of black militia groups. We got all type of black firearm instruction academies and everything all across America. We just ain't loud with it like how white folks be. We don't feel the need to advertise our organizations, the legal ones. We don't feel the need to do that. Right? I know we got Vaseline. We got Vaseline, Dalton, man. See, you talking to a black guy who's had tactical training. You talking to a black guy who's very well versed and learned and skilled and trained in CQC. Right? You're talking to a guy whose uncle was ex-Special Forces, Green Beret. One of the first black men to be on the Delta Force or to try out for the Delta Force. You're speaking with a black man who's very well trained in physical combat, armed and unarmed. Right? Yeah, my uncle's was a retired Marine, and when he got out of the Marines, when he got out of Vietnam, he went to the Army and he served in Iraq. Blacks don't make the SEALs because the white structure don't want to get dominated by us. And for the most part, blacks don't really go into special ops, special forces or black ops. We ain't riding with America like that. We let y'all white boys do that shit. So they can use y'all for Manchurian candidates, not us. Because we will never be painted as the face of domestic homegrown terrorism. They're going to do that to y'all. They trying to make it us, but we ain't going to let them. right? And contrary to popular opinion, Dalton, a lot of us can swim. It's an all-black female swim team that just won the college finals out of a HBCU. Right? Huh? But I will admit, though, for the most part, rural white folks are way more prepared than us urban black folks. I will say that. I know this to be a fact. Right? That's a fact. That's why I encourage my FBA brethren and sisters to get you some self-defense training, get you some outdoor survival training. It wouldn't be a bad thing to learn logistics. Get your gun license. Learn how to shoot it. Learn how to take it apart. Learn how to clean it. Get you some tactical training. I prefer CQC or close quarter combat training, which I had a lot of in my life. I suggest y'all learn how to hunt. It wouldn't be a bad idea to learn some outdoor survival training. We are in Ohio, all my black brethren and sisters in Ohio. You can go all over rural Ohio and pay to learn outdoor survival training skills and techniques. Right? Fortunately for me, I had an uncle who was an ex-Green Beret and taught me everything I know about survival. Dog, talk about some, he's an ex-Marine. What's your rank then? Where did you serve? What platoon? What base was you stationed out of? Right? We're about to get up out of here, y'all. I ain't about to draw this out any longer than what we did, man. I'll sit up there, drop the link. Ain't none of y'all want to come up. Y'all want to send in the comment section and go back and forth. Dog, man, you good, bro, man. You know what I'm saying? I don't get offended easily, bro. You feel me? You know, I don't get easily offended, right? And over here at A-Real Talk, all opinions are welcome. All perspectives are welcome, right? As long as you be respectful, you good. Now it's too late now. I'm about to shut down now. The Form Pretty Boys. It's 2 hours and 8 minutes in. It's over with. We're about to shut it down. Tomorrow night, though, we're going to get straight to it, right? Tomorrow night is the Tuesday night wrap-up. You already know what it is. Playoffs, right? It's the playoffs, man. Shout out to our sister, Kayla Hayes, man, holding it down for FBA mothers, man. So proud of Kayla, man. She did that with poise, with grace, style, elegance. You hear me? That was a beautiful press conference, right? You already know what it is tomorrow, man. E&E Sports Tuesday night wrap up. Me and my brother King Els. You already know how we doing it tomorrow, man. Playoffs. Who won't take it? I'm calling right now. Boston, LA. But be more likely Boston, OKC. It could possibly be Boston, Mavs. Or Boston Timberwolves. But I say it's going to be Boston and OKC. Right? You know, Dalton, you're welcome to come back anytime, man. We ain't tripping, bro. right? You know, we welcome people who disagree. We welcome detractors. We welcome those who are not of our FBA background, right? Like I say, y'all could come up and say whatever y'all want, long as y'all be respectful. Y'all can say whatever y'all want, man. Just don't be threatening nobody and don't be being disrespectful. You did. You know? Don't be being disrespectful, y'all. Don't be being disrespectful, y'all. Don't be disrespectful to each other. And don't disrespect my platform, man. Right? Y'all can come up here and literally say whatever y'all want, man. Tomorrow night, we're going to get into it. E&E Sports Tuesday night wrap up. The Forum, man, who you got? Golden State, the Forum. Golden State, hey, man, Draymond said he could, hey, man, we might fuck around and take it, man. Pause. Right? I know you're going with your Golden State boys, the Forum. They might. They got a chance at it. I'm gonna just say that. We're gonna get to it tomorrow, y'all. Smash that like button, click on the bell, subscribe to the page, share your social engineering. I appreciate y'all tapping in. Thanks for the engagement. I love it. I love it. I love it. You feel me? Tomorrow night, we're gonna be right back here at 9 p.m. E&E Sports. Y'all already know what it is, man. Y'all already know what it is, man. We're gonna get up out of here, though, man. You understand what I'm saying? We're gonna get up out of here. And we're going to get up out of here riding out to some E&E, right? And this song right here is for you, Dalton. Dalton, this song that I'm about to play, this is dedicated to you, brother. You feel me? You already know, Monique, man. You got to relax, Monique, man. Be a lady. Whatever you do, Monique, keep it cute and always be a lady. You know? This song is for you, Dalton, right? I dedicate this song to Dalton, y'all, right? Smash that like button, click on the bell, subscribe to the page. Share on your social engineering. Yeah. We'll see y'all tomorrow.
Try it.
That's not necessary.
What question it?
We'll see y'all tomorrow, 9 o'clock. Tap in. You did. Now, don't try, Monique. Just do it. Like Nike. Dedicated to you, Dalton.
And a hat.
Task Force, Black Force, we the tag team. If it's a nightmare, then it must be a bad dream. E&E, running our lanes like a track meet, skipping over hurdles. Call us a track team, all paperwork legit. It's the fact team, then double up the championship belts like a tag team. Black on black, yeah, it's a black thing. Black jewelry shining on all of our black kings. All black everything, we got black tea. All black coffee, man, I don't add green. North give you all you need, no more caffeine. Close down the whole set, no more casting. Remove targets off our back like a black team. We keep growing up the game like a black team. Your girl got a problem with me, then get at me. I'm tired to a bumper, now you got a drag queen. You can't stop me, you old as jalopy. This is past me, and I got it photocopied. Caught him on film, flow, tracks and sloppy. Trying to attack me, you a carbon copy. I see the heat like 10 mini blocks, and I charge for a hook, put me in a penalty box. Man, I'm killing the ops while I look at my watch. All hands on deck like the time on the clock. Task Force, Black Force, we the tag team. If it's a nightmare, then it must be a bad dream. E&E, running our lanes like a track meet, skipping over hurdles. Call us a track team, all paperwork legit. It's the fact team, then double up the championship belts like a tag team. black on black, yeah, it's a black thing. Black jewelry shining on our black
Keep my
things.
grass cut low to catch a glimpse of the snakes. Devilish serpents with purpose to steal your cake. Smiling in your face while they got their eyes on your safe.
Yeah.
Boy, that hatred, man, they make you do some foul things. Switch up on your niggas like the numbers when the Dow change. When I'm with familiar, still a grind like a broke. Take it for granted, shit be gone in the proof of smoke. Better put your plan in action, niggas get you used to hope. Formulated the plan, calculated the steps. 2020, my vision, see my way to the check. Only way is up, I made my way to the steps. Let's go. Look, only way to move is building kingdom shit. Niggas won't make a move, want you to bring them shit. But God bless the child that can hold his own. They want to give you numbers in his cell like a mobile phone. But fuck a cop, any wicked judicial system. Cause niggas on the edge, there for you to push. Bullets loaded tight up in that magazine. Bring a nightmare to American dreams.
Task force, black force, we the tag team. If it's a nightmare, then it must be a bad dream. E&E, running our lanes like a track meet, skipping over hurdles. Call us a track team, all paperwork legit. It's the fact team, then double up the championship belts like a tag team. Black on black, yeah, it's a black thing. Black jewelry shining on our black kings.